Okay, let's read out the question and we'll see, and then we'll try to understand and then we'll write the program. Okay, I hope the screen is visible. Okay, the question goes like this. Write YACC program to recognize valid identifier, operators, and keywords in the given text. Okay, the given text may they have asked you to choose C file or C program. Okay, so you have to write YACC program where it has to recognize valid identifier that is present in the C program, operators that is present in the C program, as well as keywords. Okay, so input for your YACC file should be YACC program should be C file where you are supposed to write a C code. Okay, so as I explained in the last class, if you were asked to write a YACC program, then you have to start with LEX program, right? Because for the YACC program, input will be tokens, and these tokens you will get it when LEX program is executed, right? So let's start with that. Let's see how to write a LEX program for the asked question, right? So the first is declaration section in LEX program where you are going to declare the required header files and the variables, right? So in this case, I have written stdio.h header file and y.tab.h. So in Viva, they may ask you why you are using y.tab.h. In that case, you have to answer this header file is included in the LEX program so that all the token definition will be defined under this header file. Okay, so that those tokens can be referred in the YACC program. Fine. Okay. And YYLVAL, it is a variable which is used where it stores the integer value of the token that you want to return it to the YACC program. Okay. So these are the things I have defined in the definition section of the LEX program. Next thing is what? Rules section, right? In rules section, you are going to write the regular expressions, isn't it? So what they have asked in the question, you have to identify identifiers, operators, and keywords, right? To identify these identifiers, operators, and the keywords, you have to write regular expression under rules section. Let's see how you can write the regular expression. First thing is what? 1 second. Okay, yeah. First, let it be. In the question, they have asked you to identify the valid operators, right? So I've written the regular expression where I've included all the operators like plus, minus, multiplication, division, equal, lesser than, greater than, and other operators also you can include here. Okay, so this is what I have written in the regular expression to identify valid operators. Okay, so now the next question is what? When this regular expression is matched with given input. Okay, if in your C program, if these operators are present, then what action it has to take? Okay, so though that action you are going to write it in this curly braces, right? So when this is encountered, you are going to print it up, right? Operator is so and so. So the matched operator will be stored in a variable called y by text. Okay, y by text is a variable used in the LEX program which stores the matched string that is input string input for this program which matches with the regular expression. Okay, when this is matched, you are going to return that particular token, and the name of the token here it's given as op, which represents operator. Okay, next in your C program you may have numbers as well, right? So that's why to identify that I have written regular expression 0 to 9. in a character class. Okay, so if any one of the number may be present, if this is the case, I'm going to take the action, or I've written the action as convert the matched number from ASCII to integer and store it in YYLVAL. Okay, so then print, this is the number. One second, sorry. Yeah, printf, that is the number. Okay, and then what you're going to return, you're going to return digit. Okay, name of the token for this is given as digit. Okay, next, what is the next, what do you say, regular expression? In the C program you may have keywords, right? Maybe if, else, void, right? Do, while, for, data types like integer, character, float, right? So if those keywords are present in your C code, then I have written this in the this in the regular expression. When this is matched, what action you have to take? You are going to print these words are keywords and return the token that is key. Okay, so that is about keywords. Then in C program, you might have declared used identifiers, right? So for that also I have written the regular expression, that is to write regular expression to identify valid identifiers. We already discussed in the first program, isn't it? So I have just written that regular expression. When this is matched, then you are going to print up, it is a identifier, and you are going to return ID to the YACC program. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is simple one. Based on the question, you are going to what write the regular expression for operators, identifiers, and the keywords. Along with that, I have included numbers as well. Okay, so here one more thing I have written here, /t, which is nothing but the space. If the space is present, then I'm just saying it as do nothing. Semicolon is nothing but do nothing. Okay, and one more dot operator have used here, which dot operator says apart from uh, the matched strings, whatever the left out in the input, that will be matched with this dot operator. If that is the case, then you do nothing. Okay, so these are the regular expression that I'll be writing under rules section. Okay, once you finished writing the rule section under Lex program, let's move to the YACC file. Okay, so again this YACC file consists of three parts. One is definition and the declaration part, second is rule section, and third one is C code section, right? So in definition or the declaration, you are going to write under YACC file the required header files as well as variables, right? Along with that, you're going to specify what are the tokens that you are going to refer from the Lex program, right? And then under rules section, you will be writing the grammar or production rules to find out whether the given input is syntactically correct or not, right? So after that, in the main program, you're going to call parse. Fine. Okay, with this, we shall start we shall discuss this YACC file now. Okay, as I said, header files are included. Here, I've used variables like ID to count the identifiers and digit to count the digits and keywords as well as operators, and I have initialized it to 0. Okay, next thing is what are the tokens that you are referring from the Lex program? So that is digit, ID, key, and op. Okay, the whatever the and do remember these names are case sensitive. If you have used lowercase or uppercase, the same. If you have used lowercase or the uppercase in Lex program, then you have to follow the same in the YACC code as well. Okay, okay. Then next comes the production rule, or you can see the grammar part. Okay, let's see that now. Yeah. So I've given name as input. Input followed by digit input. Say in the C program, there may be only numbers, right? So to identify that, I have used the token here digit. Okay, and digits may be followed by any other input. Here input can be digit, identifier, key, or operators. Okay, so that is you have to remember. Okay, so I have just started the input with digit. That's it. Okay, digit can be followed by input. Here input can take the identifier or key or operator. Okay, so that is what written here. If any digit is encountered in the C program, then you just count that digit. Okay, and then what if identifier is present, if identifier is present in the C program, followed by any input. Again here input can be digit or keyword or operator. Okay, so considering that condition, this grammar is written id followed by input, then you increment the count of it. Okay, next another thing is you may have keywords in the program, right? And keywords may be followed by any input. Again here input may be digit, operator, or id. Okay, so if that is the case, then increment key count. Fine. Next, yeah, operator. If any operator is present in the program, then if it is followed by the input, again input can be key, digit, and the id, then increment operator count. Okay, now what if only digit is present? Again you have to consider that condition as well, isn't it? So if only digit is present, then increment the digit count, or if any only identifier is present, then increment the id count. If only what keywords are present, then increment the count of it, and then operator is present, then increment the count of it. Okay, so this is the grammar have written for the question what they have asked, and then terminated by semicolon. Okay, so do remember that this is the name given for your production, and you have to write the grammar here: digit followed by input, or id followed by input, or key words followed by input, or operator followed by input. Okay, or there may be only digits, or only identifiers, or only key, or only operator. Then you have to count it. Okay, that is all about the grammar section or the production rule. Now, the last part of the program is what? C code, where you are going to call YY parse, right? So let's see that now. So I have written header file and a file pointer as YY_in. As I already discussed, this is the standard input file pointer YY_in, and by default, this pointer is always points to the input device, that is keyboard. Okay, so here the main function you can see, I've just opened the file. Okay, that is a C file. I'm giving it here as sample. Okay, take it as sample.c, and I'm opening it in read mode. Okay, so I'm assigning that pointer to my file. Okay, and checking this, if my file is not if it doesn't exist, if this file doesn't exist, then it will say I can't open so and so file. Okay, then if it exists, then it will be assigned to standard YY in, and it in the do while it will what I'm calling YY function, which this YY will look into the grammar, and in turn grammar in the grammar whatever tokens I have used, that will be referred from the lex part. Okay, and it will read the complete program, that is complete file till end of the file. Okay, once it reads all the identifiers, digits, keywords, and the operators, then it will print all the values, that is numbers, keywords, operators, and identifiers. Then if there is any error, then with the help of YY error function, I am printing it out. Okay, so this is the second program under sixth question, wherein you have to find valid identifiers, valid keywords, valid operators, and the digits. Okay, the simple one. Now I'll just show you the execution of this program. Okay, so I'm opening this command prompt. Okay, I'm changing the path where I have saved this program. Okay, desktop ss lab. And I'm executing the file lex in Dave C++. I've saved this file as valid.l. Okay, so next execute YACC file python -d-y space valid.y. Okay, then after this you compile C files, that is lex.yy.c with respect to lex file, and for YACC it is y.tab.c. Okay, compile both the programs, and I'm getting few errors. I'm just ignoring it, and then I'll execute the file, output file. Okay, so this is I've given input sample.c, where I have written a program in which it will read each and every thing, and it will specify what is well, let me show you the what program which I have given input for this sample.c. Yeah, this is the program which I have given as input. Okay, this is the C program, and it will say what are all the things that are present. It is says include is a identifier. Okay, you have to change what if include, you can make it as what keyword. Okay, if you include word in the keyword, then it will show it as keyword. Okay, and this angular bracket as operator. Okay, so each and everything it will find out, and it will say what are all the identifiers, and what are all the keywords, and what are all the operators used, and also numbers used in the program. Okay, so it will display each one of it, and it will count how many the count of numbers, keywords, identifiers, and the operators used in the C program. Okay, so this is one simple program. If you want, I'll just show you. Here the program I've written, lex program. Okay, See, before executing program in command prompt, first you have to save it in the in dev C++. Okay, save lex program with extension .l, save YACC program with extension .y. Okay, and where it is? Yeah, okay, this is YACC program. See, you can see here I've given input as .c. Okay, and this is the C program, sample program, which have given as input for the YACC program. Okay, it will read everything and it will display as per the what regular expression you have written in the program. Fine, that's all from this. Let me